I am Tom Griffin, and I am the operations manager responsible for transportation within Mayo Medical Laboratories. And I got involved in the project because Dr. Rhodes had contacted friends at Mayo Med Labs asking if we had some expertise in getting things moved around the world, and that'd be the transportation department. When I first met up with Dr. Rhodes and found out what the project was, really we were looking at finding out how much stuff is there to be moved, what do you really need done. So we were asking questions about how many boxes are there, is it big, is it small, is this an ocean container load or a shoebox. But getting some of that information, then Michelle Burai in the transportation department and I then started researching what the commodities were, how to get them through customs, how we would move them, how we would document them, and then started researching Panzi Hospital a little bit too to find out just what we were getting involved in. And really that's when we got very personally vested in it, because the more we read about Panzi and the work Dr. Mukwege is doing, the less we felt that we could not help. I mean, to read that story, you feel like, I have the opportunity to do something, I have to. And from that point on, FedEx really did the legwork. We just had to make sure the documentation was correct and had everything straight so that they could take it and move it from Rochester to Brussels to Kinshasa to Bukavu, and we kind of just watched it from there, and then waited until we got the email from Panzi with pictures of the pallets of catheters and surgical supplies there, which was the best email I got all year. As it turned out, to support Panzi Hospital, Dr. Rhodes and her team had gathered up surgical supplies, everything from catheters and catheter kits to surgical drapes to instructional tools, all those sorts of things, really to do the greatest number of surgeries they could for the war victims in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. And by the time we had them all boxed up and put together, we actually had 7 pallet loads to go out. So it took most of a truck when we loaded up, and it was quite a remarkable shipment going out. It's the biggest shipment we sent out all year, but it was great to see it get there. I was really impressed throughout in working with Dr. Rhodes and her team, and in working with the transportation department and our team, and really realizing the large scale on which Mayo can accomplish things. If you had asked me ahead of time, could you get 7 pallets of medical supplies to a hospital that has no address somewhere in the Congo, I would have laughed at you. And instead, there we were working with FedEx, and sure enough, the address is more of a description than what we would call an address. And then the email came back with, here are the pictures, and we got them, and things are getting better. So to have made an impact like that, and an impact on that many people, these were thousands of surgical kits. So if you think about the number of surgeries that they could perform and the number of women they could help, it's no small number of people that benefited from it. So just the scale on which we can accomplish things, I thought, was really incredible.